Hey, 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 you guys, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, you guys. Let me share the broadcast. Hey, 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 what's going on, you guys? Listen, I just needed to take a minute, just a minute, to come in and share some things with you. But let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Hey, hey, Stacy. I am super, super excited just to share some things with you. If you guys missed my prophetic drive by this morning, you need to go check that out. Like I shared some amazing things that God is dropping in my spirit. Listen, God is moving in some incredible ways. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, Jackie. So listen, let me share this with you guys. I just had to stop. Just had to stop for just a minute and say a few things. Okay. So I have been so blown away by this journey. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. Hey, Charmaine. Girl, wish I was in Jamaica, man, with y'all, honey. Listen, that's okay. Passport loading. I'm going. Listen, I'm going. Okay. I need to get it together so I can go to Africa. So you guys look. Um God has been showing me some amazing things. Like what he's been showing me, what he's been revealing to me, about life, about this journey, about this season, about this time. It's been incredible, right? But let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this because I want y'all to get it. It's not all roses. It's not all easy, but it's all worth it, right? It's all worth it. So as I have been going today, and today has been a different kind of day for me. God has really been challenging me. I have really had to deal with me. Listen, anyone who's been on a personal journey of healing, a journey of just becoming the best version of themselves, you'll know that there are times when you are probably more sensitive and more sensitive in the spirit than normal, right? More than regular, okay? And so that's kind of where I've been, right? On this journey. But listen, so God did this thing, right? And I'm like, really, God? But I love it. I'm just out here trusting God. Y'all know that's a song. I'm just out here trusting God. Listen, that's what I'm doing out here trusting God. And in the midst of me trusting him, what he's doing is he is growing me, expanding me. Now listen, this is the word that I got on Sunday at Legacy Church, aka Well Pavilion in Tampa, under the leadership of Apostle Tammy Robinson. Apostle Stanford Young preached, and when he finished preaching, I already knew that there was a major word that I was going to get. I already knew that God was getting ready to do something incredible in me. Already knew that I was going to be very different that day. Like I knew that it was a new day, a new dawn, a new me that was emerging from the 21-day fast that we'd been on. And I knew that there were going to be things that were going to be revealed after that fast, right? So literally, I was in expectation, in fact, expanded expectation for God to move. So, hey, Corey, good to see you, gorgeous. So I knew some things were going to happen. Knew it, knew it, knew it, knew it, knew it. Hold on. So God has been talking to me, ministering to me, showing me people around me, showing me forward, showing me backwards, showing me healing, showing me whole, showing me so much. And in the midst of him showing all of that, he's reminded me of how incredibly blessed I am. Literally, I talked to one of my friends, and y'all, I'm telling you, you need some sisters and friends like mine, okay? So I'm talking to one of my friends. I said, girl, I'm in your city, girl. I'm in your city. She said, girl, you better stop playing with me. I said, no, girl, I'm in your city. And she said, well, you know, you need to go by the house, come out the house. I said, girl, I ain't got no car. She said, girl, you can use my car. Did y'all hear what I said? This is the second one of my sister friends in the time that I've been traveling who offered up their cars to me. I need y'all to hear this because I need you to understand the seeds that you sowed are not wasted. I've sold so many seeds and so many people. I've opened my home, allowed people to use my car, like all of these things. I've done that consistently. And because of my faithfulness and because of my commitment to just being me, like I feel like you give love, love comes back to you, even if it doesn't come back from that person. So I've been doing this consistently, and I am literally seeing the harvest of the seeds that I've sown in the past. These seeds are resulting in people doing for me what I do for people. Like it's amazing to see it. And in the midst of it all, he's keeping me soft, keeping me soft, keeping me soft. So I had something happen that really kind of threw me off. It kind of threw me off. And my natural instinct, y'all, because y'all know I be gangster. You know, my niece said I'm the spiritual gangster, but I be a little gangster. You know, I be like, I'm not finna be, listen, let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. Let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. And so immediately, my first reaction is shut down. That's my first reaction. Just shut down. And I'm like, don't shut down. Don't shut down. I got to talk to myself, y'all. Don't shut down. Don't shut down. I need you to relax. Just relax. Breathe. Take some deep breaths, right? So that I wouldn't shut down. And then God began to speak to me in pink. Listen, literally pink. He said, listen, I want you to be pink today. I want you to be pink. Well, what does pink symbolize? It symbolizes softness. It symbolizes femininity. It symbolizes love, right? So I'm out here being pink today. I'm out here being pink because I got to channel all of that pinkness so that I don't fall into old habits. I'm just trying to hold on, right? And not fall into old patterns, right? Because the old me is dead, she's gone. And so it's just the new me, okay? Yes, Stacy, that's what I said, girl. Because listen, Linda, listen, right? And so God began to show me, and listen, I pulled out my pink chucks, right? I'm gonna put my pink chucks on. You know, my laptop is pink, my iPad cover is pink. Like I got a lot of pink in my life, right? I put on my little pink paparazzi. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Listen, my work hard, dream big, set goals book is pink. Yeah, listen, I'm just telling y'all, I'm challenged. Listen, I had to pull out my pink hoodie. Right. Listen, I'm telling y'all, like I'm being very deliberate and intentional. So I had to inspire in pink. I had to pull out my pink, right? And I did it so that I can stay in a space that's a good space, a space where I can allow God to work on me, a space where I can be vulnerable. Listen, I didn't even think about it when I was packing stuff up, but I brought my, hold on, let me see if you all can see it. Y'all see my camo throw? Well, my camel throw also has a pink heart on it and love written on it. Okay. So I just am channeling my pink. Now, y'all may say, Dr. V, well, what's the big deal with that? Sometimes it's hard to be pink. Sometimes it's easier to be red than pink. Well, what's the difference? Doesn't red represent the blood? It absolutely represents the blood, but it's a much harder tone. It's a much harder color. It's more, pink is more. Y'all don't let the world, don't let life just make you hard. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to be sensitive. Don't think it makes you weak. The last thing I am is weak. You know, it's so funny. I remember my sister asked my dad, well, is she really sensitive? And anybody that knows me, the last thing I am is really sensitive. But there are times in your life where your sensitivity is heightened, times in your life where God is softening you, removing the calluses from your heart. And when God is removing the calluses from your heart's a little more sensitive. It receives things a little differently. Things that maybe you normally would be able to take with a grain of salt hit a little different. when the calluses have been removed and it's raw. I talked earlier about my tattoo and the healing process with my tattoo. And sometimes I forget, but then, like, something might touch it and it's sensitive, you know? And so we've got to remember in our handling of people that sometimes they're in places where they're probably a little more sensitive than they normally would be. And there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that. And there's nothing wrong with showing empathy. And there's nothing wrong with you allowing yourself to take the journey and engage in the process. I've been real pink today, and I plan on being real pink. I plan on showing up pink, not because it's a girly color, but because it's my reminder. It's my reminder to stay soft when the world and things that are happening around me make me want to be hard. It's my reminder to pause. It's my reminder to tilt. It's my reminder to smile. It's my reminder to just embrace my femininity, my vulnerability, love, uncertainty, and still know my worth and my value. When you know your worth, like what you settle for changes, it shifts, So yeah, I'm channeling my pink, and my pink represents my softness. It represents the softer side of me. It represents the side of me that is willing to allow myself to be vulnerable, but that doesn't make me weak. Unfortunately, the world has taught us that being a girl makes you weak. Well, no, it doesn't. As women, we probably endure some of the most traumatic things that a person can endure. Childbirth, for example, closest thing to death, right? And we endure it and we get through it. So, that's not weak. A weak person can't do that. So remember, when you want to fall into your hard place, when you want to get hard, you can still set boundaries and be soft and be pink. You can still set boundaries and know who you are without having a hammer. Sometimes you need a hammer. Sometimes you simply need a screwdriver. So imagine going through life using a hammer for everything. You just like bam, 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 bam. Do y'all remember that from the Flintstones? Bam, bam. Bam, bam had a hammer. He would be like bam, 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 bam. And he was like bamming everything. Bam, 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 bam. Right? But everything doesn't need to be bammed. Everything doesn't need a hammer. Some things need a little softness, a little grace, a little mercy. And you can still set lines and boundaries and stay soft and stay pink. I refuse to spend the rest of my life bamming my way through. Instead, I choose, I'm just talking about me, I choose to let my pink speak for me. I choose to fight in pink, to war in pink, to love in pink. I feel real pink, 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 right? So don't get caught up trying to be something that you weren't created to be. Allow yourself to be a living, breathing example and epitome of what God's love looks like. God always sets standards. He sets boundaries, but he loves us nonetheless. Now, I'm not saying he's always soft, because he's not. My God ain't soft. My God is okay, soft, okay. But he loves us nonetheless. So why spend our time trying to be like when we can simply be? Just be. So I choose to be pink. Anybody want to be pink with me today? And men, don't think this only applies to women, right? Let me tell you something. There's something about a man in pink. Baby, a man in pink lets me know that he is confident and self-assured, honey. Listen, a straight man in pink, listen, that's a powerful thing, but not all men can handle that. See, some men are not confident enough to wear pink, you know? Like they're caught up in societal standards and thinking that, well, the only way I can be a man is I've got to have on blue. I got to have on a hard color. A man that can wear pink and be confident. Now that's a man I can rock with. Look, you guys, don't spend your time trying to be something that you're not. Allow yourself to embrace all of who God has created you to be. And remember, there's nothing wrong with a little pink in your life. Everybody needs some. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Hey, did y'all miss it? So earlier I was talking about this $50 seed. Listen, if you all want to get in on it, you absolutely can. So God has been speaking to me about what he's doing in this season. And so he told me this $50 seed leading up to Pentecost is a resurrection seed. It's resurrecting all of the God in you and bringing life to the things that God has promised you. And so let me drop my cash app. You guys can sow a seed. Know that there's no harvest without seed. There is seed time and harvest. It is a spiritual law. It is a spiritual law. So I don't want you guys to miss it. So if you feel led to sow a seed, that $50 resurrection seed that is taking us into, hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's taking us into Pentecost, y'all. Drop your seed. I'm telling you, I had somebody sow a $21 seed when God said 21 and ended up getting $21,004 in grant. Come on, y'all. That's God. It's not me. I'm not telling you for me because it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with God and who he is. Yes, a strong man can wear pink. Come on now. Corey said, I'm purple, but I feel my pink formation coming on after this. I know that's right, girl. Yes, Marvin Sapp wore pink on his cover. God absolutely paid the price. Jesus paid the price. He absolutely did. We're not talking about paying the price. Listen, this is not you buying anything. This is seed in the ground. The principles of seed time and harvest are spiritual laws. You know, you put a seed in the ground, you get a harvest. That's the way it works. Now, if that's not for you, it's not for you. That's not a problem. But there are those of us who have learned the power of sowing seed. Literally, I found myself in some of my most challenging times able to sow a seed and reap a harvest that brought me out of the place that I was in, right? The seed is simply symbolic. It is a faith move. It is a faith action to say, God, I believe you, and I'm willing to put seed in the ground. Even when we talk about the story of the woman who gave her last, right? She gave her last. Now, other people gave more, but she gave her last. And Jesus talks about the power of what she did, the power of the seed that she sowed, what she put in. Like that is a principle that you can't fight. Like it just is what it is. But if it's not for you, that's not a problem. Don't sow. Like that's it. Jesus paid it all, but the principles and the spiritual laws still exist. You know, that's like us saying, you know, well, we don't have to do all the feasts and all the festivals, and we don't have to do them. But Jesus did them, right? And what I know is that the timing of them is significant. So we often miss the power of accessing those portals that God opens up with these seasons and these times because we're caught up in not, well, we don't have to do that. We don't have, no, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything, right? But there's power in tapping into the timing of God. The timing and the seasons of God are just that. And they move things and they can accelerate things in your life. That's just my experience. Just my experience. That's my experience. Okay. So listen, you guys, I'm getting ready to get off here. Listen, I've got a big announcement that I'm going to make tonight. And I can't wait to share it with you. Listen, I'm doing something that I'm super excited about doing. Like I have really worked to put this together. Yeah, Corey. I really worked to put this together. I've been seeking God on what it is that he would have me to do. And like, this is what he said. So y'all know I've been on a whole healing journey. So guess what? It has to do with healing, but I'm going to give you more later, right? More later. I'm going to make a big announcement tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to make this announcement. So y'all make sure you tune in tonight at 7. I'm going to go ahead and set up the live for it. But tonight at 7, I'm making a huge announcement. I'm super excited about this, excited to release this, excited for for the opportunity and excited for the lives that are going to be changed as a result of it. Listen, I'm just out here trusting God. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. Be blessed. Mwah.